We live in a world where everything around us seems flawless. The photos, the posts, the stories. It's like a constant stream of curated perfection. But behind that perfect image lies an untold truth, one that we don't often see, and it's the vulnerability beneath it all. Today, I want to talk about something we rarely embrace, yet it's crucial for genuine connection and personal growth: vulnerability. The illusion of perfection. Let's start with something that's hard to ignore: social media. Every day, we're bombarded with images of perfect lives, perfect vacations, perfect families, perfect careers, perfect bodies. At first glance, it can seem like everyone else has it all together, while we're left feeling like we're falling behind. And here's the kicker: these images we see aren't even real. They're carefully organized. There's a ton of editing, staging, and filters involved. But that doesn't stop us from comparing our messy, imperfect lives to those pictures. We look at others and feel inadequate. We think we're the only ones who struggle, the only ones who are flawed, the only ones who feel less than. This constant bombardment fosters self-doubt. We start to wonder if we're enough. The relentless pursuit of perfection makes us think that if we don't meet some ideal standard, we're failing somehow. But the truth is, perfection is a myth, and the pressure to achieve it often keeps us from living authentically. Embracing imperfection as a starting point. Here's the thing: vulnerability is not a weakness. It's the complete opposite. Vulnerability is strength. It's the courage to show up as our true selves, flaws and all. It's the bravery to say, "This is who I am, imperfections and all." When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we stop pretending to be someone we're not. We show our scars, our mistakes, and our uncertainties. And that's where the real magic happens. When we share our imperfections, we stop the cycle of comparison. Instead of feeling inadequate, we begin to feel human. The power of vulnerability in relationships. Vulnerability doesn't just impact our personal growth, it also plays a powerful role in our relationships with others. Think about the deepest, most meaningful connections in your life. Chances are they were built on moments of shared vulnerability, when we're open about our struggles, our doubts, our fears, and our flaws. We invite others to do the same. We create a safe space where we can truly be ourselves without the fear of judgment. And that shared vulnerability builds trust. Trust is the foundation of every meaningful relationship, whether it's with a friend, a partner, or even a colleague. The more we allow ourselves to be real with others, the more likely they are to be real with us. In a world that sometimes feels like it's full of masks, vulnerability is the one thing that can tear them down and connect us in a way that's authentic and deep. Vulnerability as a catalyst for growth. But vulnerability is more than just a tool for connection. It's a pathway to personal growth. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we're acknowledging that we don't have all the answers, that we have areas where we can improve. We're embracing the fact that we are not perfect, and that's okay. In fact, that's exactly where growth begins. It's through vulnerability that we can face our fears, our failures, and our weaknesses head on. Instead of running from them, we lean into them. We ask ourselves the difficult questions. What can I learn from this mistake? How can I grow from this experience? What does this challenge teach me about my resilience? Embracing vulnerability doesn't just make us more compassionate toward others, it also makes us more compassionate toward ourselves. We stop beating ourselves up over our imperfections and start seeing them as opportunities for growth, for learning, and for resilience. I want to leave you with one last thought. living authentically. When we embrace imperfection, we give ourselves permission to live a life that is true to who we really are. We stop pretending, we stop comparing, and instead, we start living in a way that feels right for us. Messy, imperfect, and beautifully human. Every scar, every flaw, every mistake is part of your unique story. It's what makes you, you. So instead of hiding behind a mask of perfection, celebrate the messiness of life. Celebrate the parts of yourself you've been taught to hide. Because that's where the true beauty of life lies, not in perfection, but in the imperfection of it all. And when we choose to share our vulnerability with the world, we do something powerful. We inspire others to do the same. We create a ripple effect of authenticity and connection that can change the world. So, let's make a choice today. A choice to embrace our imperfections, to be vulnerable, and to live authentically. The world doesn't need more perfect people. The world needs more real people.